Okay, I'm going to do a bit of rehashing in this video. I'm going to be talking about things that are worse than death once again because that's on my mind all the time. And I'm going to be talking about the calculus of tragedy. You know, the idea of something not just being sad, but the right thing almost being in your grasp and having fallen short of it, falling into a canyon of despair. That's the calculus that was on display when Luffy had Ace die right in front of his face after chasing him for dozens and dozens of chapters. He was so close, he shaved years off of his life. He went up against people that were magnitude stronger than him. He was completely out of his depth, and yet at the end, Ace died right before his eyes, even after Luffy saved him. Luffy had a taste of victory, but alas, ended up losing his brother right in front of his face because he wasn't strong enough to prevent the entropy of the world. But that's not what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about Fisher Tiger instead. You know, the thing about Fisher Tiger to me is that it was a self-imposed death. This is where that idea of things worse than death come back into play because of the ideals. It's the ideals, you know, these intrinsic humanistic values that factor into his own demise. Fisher Tiger was a slave to the celestial dragons. He hated humans just like so many other fishermen because of their history of oppression. He tried to hide it. He tried to flatten the stratification of the slaves and non-slaves among the fishermen pirates, the sun pirates that he started. He started a group of noble warriors freeing slaves. He helped humans even. He helped Koala. He helped a human. He brought her back to her homeland, and because of that, he was once again caught lacking by the Marines. He could have been saved, but the blood transfusion that was necessary for her survival was composed of human blood, and that was just too much for him. He couldn't take it after the humiliation that he suffered at the hands of the celestial dragons. He didn't want to go through the indignity of having human blood coursing through his veins, and that's tragedy. And that's why Jinbei sharing his blood with Luffy is one of my favorite scenes in the entire series. Say what you want about Fishman Island, but Jinbei went through similar circumstances as Arlong. Arlong let that hate fester inside him and make him become ugly. Jinbei saw Luffy as his own individual person, and because of that, he trusted him, and he took active steps to save his life, and he went beyond the smallening of trauma and oppression. He rose to the occasion and acted in a truly altruistic fashion befitting of a Straw Hat. This was a karmic correction beyond the pain and indignity of his and more painfully Fisher Tiger's origins. Slowly but surely there's a world that's being constructed where we could save one another with no strings attached. That's pretty nice.